Artists Unlimited began as an idea. A group of us got together and decided it was time that we made our voices heard. We knew that there was a huge amount of talent that existed in Delhi, and we wanted to create a common platform for artists to come together, to converge, collaborate, and create a sound of their own. And that's how Artists Unlimited was born. I still remember the very first day that we decided to, take this on as a project. And we'd made phone calls, and just by word of mouth, there were about 60 people who turned up. And I remember being slightly apprehensive in the beginning, just wondering whether things would actually work out, whether what we envisioned could actually become reality. But the moment we put the first song together, I knew there was no doubt. And from that day on, AU has simply gone from strength to strength. And we've grown. We've included not just musicians, but actors, dancers, writers, designers. And truly, AU has now become a platform for performing arts and for artists to have creative freedom and infinite possibilities.
Well, for me, AU sound is evolving all the time. When I joined AU, I was playing for another band which was into covers and progressive rock music. And so when I joined AU initially, it was quite different for me, to just get into it. But at the same time, it took me about probably a week to kind of settle down into the new music style, and I kind of found myself connecting to it far more than what I did earlier with other kinds of music. And the amount of experimentation we do in terms of covering style and even compositions is far more than you get to see anywhere else. So I mean, like covering something like Birdland, which is like a really good jazz number, Joyful Joyful from the Sister Act, and doing Pink Floyd tracks and Queen. So it's really mixed. So you get to do a lot of compositions.
Because AU is such a close-knit family, I know each of the members personally. It becomes easier to know what they're good at. And by virtue of having conversations with them, just during practices, we kind of find out, oh, this person's good at sketching, might be able to help with graphic design, for our posters or for our brochures. This person's just a good talker. Maybe we can, pull him on board for sponsorships. Starting out from, venue selection to designing lights to designing sets. Everything in production is about creating a feel for each song. It's about communicating what the song is saying. It's about making the people comfortable on stage. It's also for the audience to look at us and say, this is happening in Delhi, I didn't know. And for them to be stunned with the music and walk out thinking, I want to be a part of this.
The first thing that strikes you when you go in for an AU concert is how absolutely everything is so big and it's larger than life and it's absolutely stunning. You've never been disappointed, ever. You've always come out feeling really good and saying, boy, I wish I could do that too. And I guess it inspires people to dream and to actually say that, if a bunch of kids came together and they've gotten so far, then we can just do anything.
AU has been blessed with a lot of opportunities to work with other established artists. One of our most memorable experiences was with one of India's most renowned vocalists, Shubha Mudgal.
I'm very glad to be here with all of you. And I think that this group of young people has done something that I think we should all take a lesson from. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for policymakers, for politicians, for people who have, who are in positions of power, for the general public to get up and say, look, this is a land of diversity and great richness. Let's all enjoy the diversity and richness. But they have done it. Bravo. Thank you.
Performing with AU was something like we've never ever experienced before. Everyone who was there on stage singing those parts justified their presence by not just following it blindly but giving in their own touch and everything, and so many different harmonies and counter melodies and everything. It just sounded out of this world. As far as professionalism goes, despite being young guys, new people, and just into the circuit and everything, professionalism was at its peak. I think there is an audience for every kind of music. I personally think that to have the audience like a particular kind of music, to begin with, the first step you need to do is expose it to them. And that's why I think AU is going to do really well. Their music is going to be loved wherever they go.
AU has also collaborated with various charitable institutions. We believe that art and music in particular is extremely powerful. Our concerts have been in support of cancer patients, differently abled children, AIDS awareness, tsunami relief, World Peace Day, and even Indo-Pak peace initiatives.
My experience in AU is that when everyone gets together and each person puts in their individual energy, the resultant force that comes together, when you get back, when you take back, when the energy comes back at you, it comes back tenfold.
There are so many people in AU, there are over 200 people, and with different backgrounds, different tastes, but still, there's this common bond of music that you all share and that keeps you going together. Something that I really liked in my first concert was when I went out there to sing my solo, and I had this huge choir backing me up. It was just brilliant because I was all nervous. This was the first time I'd gone on stage singing a solo, and somehow it was very simple because there were 200 people behind me backing me up, not physically in touch, but just with the voices. It was just a brilliant experience.
Once I got to know of AU and joined AU, it's more like we're singing for ourselves, and we're doing a lot more with the music than we ever did before. And although we enjoy it so much more than we ever did, it's a much higher level, and it's a completely professional level now. And a lot of us have gotten into professional recordings, etc. thanks to AU.
There's so many people encouraging you and genuinely telling you that, yeah, you can sing and you have it in you. And that is one spirit that AU carries.